welcome to The Five. In this podcast, we have open and lively conversations, everything from movies, science, politics, and culture. We're open conversations about the mundane, the everyday life, perplexing topics, and laugh out loud moments with the bestest people around. We hope you stick around and enjoy the company of The Five.
Right now, if you look at the news and all that stuff, they are focusing more on how many people have died from it than really the people that have recovered, you know?
Exactly.
Pero I don't know. These people, it also affects the economy because right now all people is going crazy and going to the store and buying all whatever they can, I guess, you know. And it's just, I don't know. It just seems like promoted for the economy and politically, especially politically because you know they're blaming everything on Trump, and you know he didn't do his work on time, or you know, because I read a post today that un comentario que hicieron about did you see the news today?
Yeah, I saw it.
He's gonna shut down the travel from Europe.
Yeah.
I read a comment.
So what? Incoming travel.
Oh yeah, and I read a comment saying that it's too late. He should have acted sooner, and that he was the worst president. I'm like, really, you guys are never really happy.
You're really just gonna keep saying that he's the worst president instead of focusing on something. Instead, they're gonna be focusing on friggin' Biden. Friggin' forgetting half of everything of what he's saying.
About ¿cómo es que se llama la?
Which one?
Con lo de Biden. Que
the whole debate that he gave a whole bunch of inaccurate data that everyone's checking him like, no, man. He should just call it. He should just call it quits. He's
but you know that he's not gonna do it.
I know that, but he's not gonna go through with it. I mean, technically he is, but his campaign is not gonna last. I think.
You think so?
I think they're gonna finally recognize the fact that Biden is just completely out of it, and he cannot be in the presidency right now, especially if he's supposedly diagnosed with Alzheimer's. How can that function?
What? Wait, he was diagnosed?
That's what they're saying, yeah.
Alzheimer's?
That's what the rumor is. You know, I don't take my word for it, you know. But they're saying that, you know, Alzheimer's, and that's one of the main reasons. And not only that, but he's also he's fabricating details of events that he's been through.
Right.
So it's not really accurate.
Yeah, like Hillary.
Or like, have you seen the one where he says in one of his rallies that he said, on this day 30 years ago, I had the privilege of meeting Nelson Mandela. You know, when he got arrested, you know, we got arrested at the same time, and then like I guess there was another person who was involved in that arrest, and then they commented in an interview over the phone saying, that they bugged it pretty much. Saying that you know, I mean, that they never really recalled any other event like that, and if it was that Joe Biden was there, he never met them. It's like, what the hell?
It sounds like the story that this news anchor Peter Jennings, I think he wasn't he the one that did the same thing?
I think it was him.
And he got fired for it.
Oh man, it's complete bullshit right now.
That they were under fire, and that they landed on an airstrip somewhere in the Middle East, and that, you know, they were lucky to get alive,
something like that,
from that situation. And that never happened. Yeah.
He's just trying to believe. He's trying to believe his own lies. Like that's something that George Costanza would do on Seinfeld. He would lie about it.
Right? Oh my god. Freaking people, man. Ya no saben
they don't, man. It's just full of shit. That's all it is. And if it comes to the fact that Biden is going to drop out, the votes are going to go straight to Sanders.
Yeah, because there's nobody else.
Unless someone out of nowhere just comes up and say, "Hey, I'm running," which is never going to happen. You know?
Yeah,
I feel like Bloomberg is
yeah.
out already. I recall my mistake on there. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think it was just planned so that all those votes went to.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, like
Bernie.
It was
Nobody likes
down.
him. I think didn't Josue said that there were like 3 more in ballot.
I believe so.
Let's see.
It's only like I can't find it now. But anyways, I mean, who cares? No one's ever even heard of them. The only one that they're gonna hear now is Trump.
Jesus. Weld. There's a
Weld
Weld guy.
Isn't it like a Walsh too or something like that?
Yeah, but now there's only 2 left. Wait, Gabber is still in the run?
Gabber? Let me.
Is she?
I don't think so.
Did she drop out? I haven't heard it.
No, Gabber's still there.
Dropping out of the race.
Yeah, you see, look,
She's
it's
pushing,
down to one. It's down to 2. Donald Trump and Weld. Right now, Donald Trump has what 1,032. Weld only had 1. Biden right now has 838. If by any chance, if it gets to the part where, well, these I'm pretty sure these are a little late that I have here. But anyways, the numbers are still counting either way. But
Right.
if it comes to the fact that Biden is going to drop out, it'll double up Sanders' numbers, and it'll be Sanders against Trump.
Yeah. He's gonna whip him
Yeah,
on the
he's
floor.
gonna mop him. Oh man,
Jesus.
I don't know.
I honestly don't think that he's gonna be able to go against
Trump
him.
is already going to win, and then for another 4 years. And watch, they're going to try to,
And especially with the coronavirus thing, people are gonna say, "No, I'd rather stay with him than someone new," because who knows?
and not only that, but then
I bet.
they're going to try to impeach Trump again. Watch,
Right?
Exactly. Watch, they're
on
going
what?
to try to impeach him again. It's so funny. Instead of focusing on the impeachment, they could have done so many other things. But instead, they just said they're so self-centered. Such idiots.
They're so set on
Kicking him out. Yeah, on
kicking
trying
him
to
out
beat
and
him.
really
Uh-huh.
focusing on
Like,
policy.
instead of finding a way to kick the current president out, why don't you just come up with a different proposition or something, or a new bill?
Right. Yeah, but ya ves que con lo del
No, they don't
healthcare no
want to pass
quisieron
anything
pasar
on
nada.
healthcare. And then freaking Sanders with this whole everyone gets equal healthcare. That's not gonna work.
That's a tough.
Yeah,
That's a tough one to pass. Like I was watching the Hillary documentary. And,
where you said you were falling.
It says
for
right
Hillary.
there. Yeah, I was just kidding. No, pero dice de ahí de que when she started, working in office, like way before she met, not before she, after, when was it? I think it was when she was first lady, I think, that she wanted to pass healthcare for everyone, but nobody wanted it, so she failed at that. I mean, if she wasn't able to do it, what makes him think that
Exactly.
he's going to be
Bernie
able to do
Sanders
it?
is nothing else but a socialist/communist right here, man. Freaking equal healthcare for everyone. Like, what the hell? You really think that's gonna work?
Yeah.
It's like a prime it's an example that they set out. I was looking at one of these podcast talk show hosts, and they were saying like, in this world, I feel like if Bernie Sanders were to become president, I feel like every effort that I've done to work hard in my life will not be recognized because we're all going to get the same treatment. It's like socialism does not work in this country. If it doesn't work in outside countries where it's completely, gone to a third world slum, then why would it work here?
But even in those countries that supposedly are socialist economies or governments, like Sweden and all those Nordic countries, even there, I mean, there's still some sort of capitalist way of working, because they have to compete. There's businesses, and I mean, it's not really a socialist country.
They wouldn't define it as a socialist country. It'd be something else,
right?
But yet again, over here in America, America. It's,
I know. Who knows what's going to happen?
I don't know. I feel the runner-ups are going to be Trump and Sanders.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Well, maybe the tide changes and it really comes to fruition.
Because freaking Biden,
Sanders and
hopefully
Trump.
Biden just gets the hell out of there. You saw that Twitter video. Oh, you saw it already, right? About him with the blue collar workers.
Yeah, they were talking about the
right to bear arms.
Second Amendment.
How can that's another topic that goes into depth, because you talk about the whole right to bear arms, and it's true, everyone has the right to bear arms. Of course, not in some states where it's legally granted that you can carry them out in the public, but us as citizens are granted that right, and according to the Constitution of the United States of America, that's what it says. We have the right to bear arms, or well-organized militia, or citizenship that have the right to bear arms will not be infringed. Yet again, they're over here telling us that we can't own anything.
Right.
It's like, so what the hell did did our founding fathers agree to then? We'll give them weapons, but nah.
I mean, it's there. I mean, it's pretty much a way to keep the government.
We've already handed that to them. We've handed our.
No, I mean the Second Amendment, so that they don't go or become traitors to their own country.
I mean, the citizens.
So that No, I'm talking about the government. I mean, the Second Amendment is there so that the government can be kept in check and be really a free state, and freedom of, and give the people the freedom of speech and what the other freedoms that we have as citizens.
True. But still, there's always going to be a loophole, on
of course,
on what's it called, on the what's it called, on power, dictatorship power, no matter what it is, or tyrannic power. So not bad. Not dictatorship. Not yet. Not yet, but it will get there.
Wait after Trump's third time.
I'll look at him. I could just imagine Trump.
Oh man! Hey, imagine
Donald Trump's third term comes in 2024. He's being reelected.
Damn.
Oh God. It'll happen. It can happen. I mean, look at all the past presidents. Yeah,
that will be crazy.
To serve another a third term, that'd be amazing. That'd be awe-striking.
Has there been a president for 3 terms?
I think there was. I'm currently looking at it right now. President who served 3 terms. I think it must have been Franklin Delano Roosevelt to win a third term and later a fourth term. Imagine that. That was in the 1940s, man. Yeah,
the World War II really helped them.
Yeah.
Wow.
He saw through the Great Depression. So I mean, those were the years where he really, was able to get in favor of everyone's votes. I mean, look at the living conditions that he established, especially under his administration. I mean, don't you think? I mean, he probably wasn't the best president, but they favored him in that way. So, what makes you think that he wouldn't serve another term, or in this case, fourth term? Now, if people saw the good,
Did he really finish the fourth term or no?
Yeah, I'm still
I'll have
looking
to look into it.
Well, he pretty much. I mean, he started. From what I remember in the history, he did serve his fourth term, but he died right after, soon after. When was it that he died? 1945. I'm sorry, he died in 1945 April. Yeah.
It says here that 2 years after his death, Congress passed the 22nd Amendment limiting presidents to
that's
2
when
terms.
they cut it down.
Wow. They probably said, F this.
Yeah,
no, more,
man,
only
we
2.
don't need a
That's
dictator. Nah, bro. Who knows, man?
Yeah, but
At some point, someone is going to say, you know what? We need to overrule this. We need a fourth term or a third term.
13. Who knows?
I mean,
With
technically,
these people nowadays,
by legislation, he can't serve a third term. But if he were to do it, whoever's on his side will pretty much see that the bill passes, or recant the 22nd Amendment and pass this new one.
maybe. Hey, 23rd.
23rd Amendment, 22.5.
In case this one doesn't work.
22.5.
There you
Nigga
go.
can serve 4 terms as much as he wants. I don't know where I can just imagine everyone. Fake news.
Se va a volver una. Right. Se va a volver una Venezuela.
Thankfully we're not as messed up as that, where everything came up to be a dictatorship completely. But that's why you got to thank America for being part of democracy, because if it wasn't for that type of government, look where we'd be. We'd probably be, like you said, the same as Venezuela. Probably even worse. Right? No, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. That's why America is land of the free, home of the slaves. Home of the free, home of the brave.
What? Wait, did you?
No.
Did you say free of the homos? What?
I said land of the free, home of the slaves. Home of the brave. That's what I meant.
Oh. What? Boy, here we go again.
I remember.
Oh, man.
Huh?
El Josué te molesta por eso. El Josué te molesta con eso.
Cotton pickers. No, I'm kidding.
No. Oh my god.
Oh man, Jesus Christ. What was I gonna say?
¿Qué ibas a decir?
Fuck, I forgot. Eso me fue.
Oh my god.
Dios mío.
Se te fue la idea. Como dice la Emily. I lost my train of thought.
Freaking Jerry Seinfeld, freaking. I know you haven't seen it, but there's an episode where George Costanza's father, he's trying to I think they're celebrating this stupid holiday that he created, and he's like, you wouldn't smooth a silk sheet if you had a hot date with a babe, and then he just stops. He's like, I lost my train of thought. He just stops. Yeah, man. Freaking, I don't know. And even if it comes to, if it were to come down to Sanders and Trump, I mean, they'd have to bring up solid points in order for each and every one of them to win. I mean, look at the followers of Trump. They're pretty much extremists. But at the same time, people who want change as well. You know, same as Sanders. But I think Sanders is just trying to buy into the young population.
Yeah,
I mean, especially with all of the
target demographic.
We're gonna legalize weed in every state in this country, something like that. Like public marijuana.
Weed
too?
too?
Like I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna legalize the public use of marijuana in every state in this country, something like that. And freaking Becky was like, "You're really gonna win the people with coming up with bullshit like this?" You vote for me.
Right. Yeah. Do you think that would ever pass?
In this day and age, anything that can help the economy.
Right?
Even if it's weed.
Even if it's that.
Cannabis indica. Northern Lights cannabis indica.
Right.
Becky would know about it. No, I'm kidding.
I know, right?
Nah,
I guess it's how it goes.
I don't know. I mean, technically, the marijuana industry or the cannabis industry in this case can actually help improve the economy. But I mean, there's so many other ways that the economy can boost itself. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be on drinking marijuana. No.
Yeah. I don't know, but it sounds to me like we will become another Mexico with the drugs and all the corruption, and it's just it's crazy. I just finished watching the season 2 of
Narcos Mexico,
and man, all the corruption that happened
that's
back then.
nothing compared to now, man. It's even worse. Well, you know what? No, let me rephrase that. I think that the impact on it was worse back then because it was starting up. Yeah, it was something completely new.
Yeah, because it was something new.
And you knew that mafia and mob bosses didn't want to deal with that because they knew it was dirty business. But then again, the new
I know elections bought, elections rigged.
If there was a way to boost up the economy, cannabis would definitely be one of those. But it would completely, the changes of it would spawn, completely different type of economy, based on, drugs, pretty much, based on narcotics.
Yeah. I guess, como dicen, pros and cons.
I mean, it would have a huge impact on tax revenue, but still.
Oh, it would really help. A lo mejor it will put a good amount of money on the Social Security.
Right.
So we'll be good instead. Ya no nos tendríamos que preocupar. Hey.
I got my benefits from weed, cuz.
There you go. Exactly.
411.3 million besides tax, cuz. As it was. All thanks to cannabis sales.
All right. Imagínate si ahorita no aguantamos cómo huele la marihuana aquí al lado.
It would be quite literally a melting pot.
Seriously.
Quite literally.
I see. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. That's great. Oh man. Todos nos veremos high. That knows how it would be.
Oh, man.
Pero bueno. A ver let's see what happens next with this elections.
I don't know, man.
Never know.
I don't know. I think it's just a bunch of bullcrap. It's just for show. Yeah, it's just for show. That's all it is.
Right.
I mean, BS.
Well, in the meantime, we just need to make sure that you don't get infected.
Make sure you don't get that corona. And if you do,
yeah, corona time.
And if you do get corona, make sure you put Lyme disease with it.
Right.
People need to stay informed. Man.
I know.
People really need to stay informed.
La gente
they're getting
emotional.
they're getting psyched out, especially with what's happening. They're getting what was that?
Do you have toilet paper in the house?
Dude, we got a shitload of toilet paper, but that's because we've had the same ones for like past year?
Oh my god, you guys don't use it?
No, nigga, we do use it, but it's just been there. We don't fall in consumption that much.
Well, that's good. Well,
who needs
to make
paper,
business?
Exactly. Hey, yo,
I'm
you
gonna
need
go
toilet
knock
paper?
on your door.
You want to wipe your ass?
Right.
I got the paper.
There's.
Mm-hmm.
You got supply and demand. I know, ahorita estaba viendo unas fotos de que alguien puso on Facebook. And the aisles are empty.
I was seeing that
Even
too.
the water. Even the water. And then I was looking to see if we can buy some online.
Out of stock. Dude, I was
it's
looking
out of
online
stock
as well to see. I mean, I remember when Becky started talking about the whole the big meeting that they had, and they needed to order such and such X amount of items. Dude, that same week, right after Becky had mentioned it, I checked, and dude, empty every single place. Dude, even major distribution companies like Uline is completely out. Yes, dude, Uline is completely out of stock on hygienics.
Wow.
Yeah. Who'd have thunk it?
Who would have
Not me. Como dice Paul Rudd.
I know.
Hey, look at us.
Right?
Who'd have thought? Not me.
Right? Not me.
Oh, what's that meme from a freaking Idris Elba? When he's choking on the wing?
Which one?
Idris Elba when he's choking on the chicken
Where?
wing. He's like,
oh
shit.
Yeah. Freaking Paul Rudd is hilarious. I like him.
Who?
A lot of people
Paul
don't
Rudd?
like him. Paul Rudd.
What? Really? What?
A lot of people. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people that
They suck balls.
I think it's fun.
Those are people who don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. If you know, then you know.
Right. Do you know? Man, you have a lot of quotes. Movie quotes.
Gotta stay updated, man. For our viewers.
Right? Yo los mira.
I keep a lot of them just so I can refer them back into, in our conversations. Yeah, dude.
Right.
So what do you think about us not being on lockdown as far as the coronavirus?
Where?
Yeah, here in the US.
On lockdown?
We're starting the lockdown,
I mean,
actually. Well,
we're
not us,
close
but
to it.
we're not going into the streets. Lockdown!
Yeah. Not like the like I was telling you at the beginning, the district has been bombarding everyone today, and it looks like they're gonna start. I guess I heard or saw that they were gonna start.
Proof of it is my school just got shut down for months. Yeah.
There you
UCLA,
go.
I think
Yeah,
UC
I
San
think
Diego.
UCLA too, right?
A lot of universities and colleges are shutting down. I heard talk that even like you said, LUSD was also shutting down schools or planning on shutting down schools. The academy that's nearby our property is going to shut down Monday. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Where you work?
All because of this whole media scare about the coronavirus.
Yeah. That's gonna create.
It's going to create a huge economic backset
on people. No, especially
Oh no,
school
definitely.
kids. What's going to happen to the school kids that their parents work all day? Where are they going to be?
Exactly, especially with the younger kids. Where the hell are they going to send them?
Yeah. And it's those kids that don't have the school meal is pretty much what they have all day. What are they going to do?
Definitely.
It becomes a bigger problem than the coronavirus.
You think about the well-being about the other kids instead of some stupid virus coming out of nowhere. You're thinking, well, I'm going to leave them at home for this amount of time. What's going to happen? I'm at work all day and I'm not even home.
I know. It's a
domino effect because not only is the education system and the well-being of the kids, but there's so much more that comes into it.
Right? Yeah. Parents, where are they gonna? People cannot just go hire someone.
Exactly.
To
it's
take
money.
Care of the kids. It's just
time and money.
It's money.
Yeah. It's not easy.
Exactly. Did you hear? You did hear about the doctor that died, right? That
predicted the outcome.
I guess not predicted, but let everyone know what was happening.
Oh yeah.
A few days later, after he said anything, he died. He was found dead. So I'm thinking that's something the government was
biological biochemical warfare. That's what Hussein and I were talking about in our last podcast on the coronavirus conspiracy talk. That it's probable that I think I would say about a week or probably weeks before the whole coronavirus epidemic started breaking out, or the news about it started saying, oh, people are infected. The whole protest against Hong Kong and China, government officials with the protests,
right?
And all the activists were fighting against
right.
it, and then all of a sudden they were disappearing. They weren't being heard from again. People who were saying that they would never kill themselves and everything like that. That's in reference to our last podcast. But if you look at it now, it's like, you know what? Maybe it had something to do with it. Just like Jose said in the last episode, he said that what if the activists are the ones being infected and they're setting them loose?
Right. And I wonder, those things that they're spraying on the streets, what is that
supposedly
they're spraying?
To sanitize it or to cleanse it?
Really? I don't know, but to me it seems like they're infecting.
You die, motherfucker, die!
Right?
Yeah.
You see the video I sent?
So stupid. Bringing the stormtroopers. It's a whole regime. That's what they're saying. We can't take their word for it either. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. We don't know. But I think the reason why it took, like you said, it took so long for China to come up and say, hey, there's a new virus coming around. Hey, just be careful. They took so long because, like you said, they were being exposed from all of these people who saw what was going on. Like the doctor that you mentioned. He passed away fast.
Do you think this whole thing has anything to do with elections or anything?
With the elections?
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Where's that from?
I have no idea, but it sounds familiar.
I
don't know. I don't believe it really has to do anything with the coronavirus.
But why is that everyone?
With the coronavirus? I'm sorry. With the I'm sorry. I don't think that the elections have to do anything with
You
the
don't think
coronavirus.
the elections have anything to do with the coronavirus?
I'm 50-50.
Why?
Why?
I don't know.
Oh,
Why?
you're out there.
Why?
Why? I don't.
No, seriously,
I
why?
feel
Like,
like
why do you think it's 50-50?
I just feel like it's not. Well, for one thing, I think it's just more of a economic standpoint, or
To be honest,
it could be biochemical warfare.
and by that, what do you mean? You have to narrow it down for me.
Okay, so biochemical warfare is a type of weapon that can be used when it's spreading around certain bacterial-like or virus-related epidemics out into the public, in order for the other countries that are against it, or in this case, like say for example China with United States, it can be used as a way to start fear, and then eventually, I mean, the government is pretty much going to be hurting their own citizens as well, but then they know that the citizens are going to be going somewhere else, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So once they reach that other place, that destination, that place starts getting infected as well. So they're declaring war, but by using an epidemic, a virus.
That's interesting.
That's interesting.
It is interesting. I've never. Well, you know me. I'm not really big on these big old words that you guys use, but I mean, it does make sense at some point. A lot of people are saying that it's more like a population thing.
Yeah.
Like
I
just
think
want
that's too. I think
they want to kill as many.
I think that's one of the things that I said on our last podcast with Josue. That I do definitely think. I think it's a way of reducing the population of China.
Same.
Because if you notice it, I mean, the numbers in China are really overpopulated.
Yeah, I mean, that's what everyone said when it first happened. People were literally saying, like, I feel like it's something that their own government controls, so that way they don't have so many people, like there's such like a huge ass population, like you can barely see the streets. So it's kind of like, it makes sense as to why they would do it, but it's kind of like, damn, dude, like, to what extent?
Pretty much. And it's just getting out of hand.
Yeah.
And not only that, but there's what they have been trying to do. What if we're sticking on the topic of reducing the population? I mean, there have been a lot of ways that they've tried it. Especially when it comes to the one child policy. With the families. If they have more than one, then the other one can be, well, most likely will be aborted. Put through abortion. And if it's a girl, most likely they'll kill it, because they need men. They need men for their armies to grow.
But see, that's where I feel like their mentality is wrong, because it's like, it's dumb, because how are you just gonna stick to men? And it's like, at some point you're gonna need some type of reproduction, so it's kind of like stupid for you to do it at the same time. That's a stupid policy.
It is a stupid
policy. Or law, whatever it is to them.
Because not only that, but like Josue and I were talking about in the last episode of the Conspiracy Talk number 1. How do you call it? I mean, women are just nowhere to be seen. I mean, there are women, but it's just
what kind of channel are you looking at?
Bangkok.
Bangkok.
With a C.
Mostly. Welcome to Singapore.
Really, dude?
Oh my god, that's so funny. Welcome to Singapore. Mostly.
Oh man. Well, we had a comment actually on on our Instagram, on the 5 Podcast Instagram, that says, "Can you guys talk about why we are not on lockdown, and why you guys think it took so long for China to come out with it, and why didn't they stop travel at it a lot earlier?" And this came from ACXEM.18. So yay!
Thank you, ACXEM.18.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Evelyn. Thank you, Evelyn.
Thank you, Eb.
Yeah, on her question, that's quite simple, man. Like how we talked about in our last episode. China is a communist country, so they want absolutely no one knowing what the hell is going on.
That's true.
They want to keep it within.
Yeah, and look at even now. If China wouldn't just release like the medical records of of how many it is that they're infected and all this, the world in general would have had a better number to see. Okay,
Better
yeah,
reflex.
to see what it is that how big the problem is or how small it is. Obviously, it's a huge problem because look, dude, you got whole countries going into lockdown. This is the first time in my lifetime that I've ever experienced something like that.
Especially both Italy and France are complete lockdown right now.
El Salvador too,
Yeah.
dude.
El Salvador too. I think
That's true.
There's also
El Salvador, definitely.
there's also another case that just flew in from Guatemala too.
Freaking
Guatemala is
Chapines.
also
Chapins.
we just got the notification actually from one of Jaylene's members of the family that they started saying that
Freaking Jaylene was a source.
no she was the source.
Communication, y'all.
She was the source for the information.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But they said that it's already reached there. They already have one case right now.
One case of corona in Guatemala.
In Guatemala, and it's most likely it's gonna start spreading fast.
It's because that's the problem. A lot of U.S. citizens here don't understand. Like, we have really good. You can talk. They can talk. People can talk crap about the American healthcare system all they want.
How it's so expensive.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we have some of the best healthcare service. You get me?
Yeah, that's for sure. And that's the thing that they don't want to see. They just want to. They want everything handed to them on a silver platter.
No, but but like in regards to like coronavirus, like we have some of the best doctors and medicine and equipment here in the United States.
Oh no, that I do agree with you, especially because how else? Although the whole restriction on the airline was just made recently.
Oh, any flights from Europe?
Yeah, any flights from Europe. It's funny, everyone is just blaming Trump and everything, but how else are you?
I know, I've seen that all over Twitter too. Like, it's this dude's fault. Like, this is why everyone's panicking. I'm like, no, it is something that should have been done in the first place.
But it's not even. You shouldn't even be blaming it on Trump. First right now, first of all, this is a
global thing.
Yeah, it's a global
It's not
thing,
Trump's
and
fault,
it's
guys.
just,
Relax.
And it's just now that they're starting to react in a way that they're finding a system in order for them to start preventing future cases.
No,
that's what
Exactly.
but not only that, like everyone needs to realize that look how small Italy is compared to the United States. Like the United States is a huge piece of land. The same way with China. But who's the one that controls stuff like this better, China or the US? Obviously the US. You get me? And at the same time, we need to realize that not only that, but we have most of our population is spread out through this huge landmass. And even though in the coastal cities, in the urban and metropolitan areas, like stuff is bound to spread faster there because you have major ports of entry, you have the airports, you have everything,
the subway systems,
everything that's commercial, entertainment. Of course, we're gonna here in LA, we're gonna see stuff spread much faster.
Exactly. And then once you start spreading across the main cities, or in this case the big cities, it starts spreading through a more spacious land, for example, like Las Vegas and then Reno and then all those places. I mean, that takes a
yeah,
while
you see,
for it
Las
to
Vegas,
spread.
that's a small little place.
Yeah,
But it's highly, it's there's a lot of population there.
It has a lot of tourists.
Mhm.
People from
So
China,
that's the
from
problem.
Europe, from South America, from everywhere.
and even if it were to be infected, it'd be isolated, just like you said, because it's just there. There's nowhere else other
That's
than
true.
a couple miles around.
Unless you're in the outside part of Las Vegas, where all the homes are and
Yeah.
everything. That's different.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I mean, and as far as the lockdown, I think it was done at a perfect time.
Yeah, there's no in my mind, especially like in the Trump era, there's
The
nothing
Trump
that he could
era?
have. Hold on.
Damn.
Oh,
Infection!
Nah, dude, this guy be having allergies.
It's allergies, I swear, guys.
We know.
No, like
2319. We have a 2319.
like in the whole age
Oh.
of Trump, like anything that he would have done, people would have been pissed either way. If he would have
Yeah.
closed the airports and travel and all that stuff, a month or 2 months ago, people would have gone back and claiming that he was a racist, just like they did with the whole the supposed Muslim ban, which it wasn't a Muslim ban. You get me? So
Yeah.
in regards to politics, I feel like whatever way you slice it, dude was gonna get blamed either way. And I feel like
Exactly.
what the federal government has done now, should have they reacted earlier? Personally, I think so. Maybe a week or two faster, but they're trying to catch up now. You get me? And I don't honestly, I don't think it's gonna get to the point where our whole country is gonna be on lockdown. But just to take preventive measures, I think that we should be placed on a lockdown. I mean, schools are already out for 2 weeks. People are starting to start working from home.
That's what I was. That's what I was telling Moises. I feel like places, especially like, where I work. Sorry, but I feel like people are taking too long to make a decision that should have been made like in the beginning of this week, type of thing. And maybe I'm being like extra about it, but I just feel like what Tonito said. As good citizens, the only thing we can do is stay home and go out when necessary. It's simple as that. We shouldn't be like, oh, it's because we don't know we gotta do this. You're not obligated to do this. It's up to you. It's like, no, dude, you gotta give us a yes or no answer. Like, that's not where we are right now. Like, you need to give us a straightforward answer so that way we all can take, precautions and do whatever we gotta do to do that.
Especially us, that most of us work, face to face with people. Like, we come into contact with all kinds of people from all different kinds of backgrounds, and I don't know if you guys have seen like videos from online, but did you guys see one that a guy was wearing a mask and he was like licking his fingers and then rubbing the pole on the subway?
Yeah, I saw that.
Ew.
Dude.
It was so
I saw that one.
who the hell does that, man?
People who are assholes and want to freaking make everyone else have that type. I don't know.
Like,
They're freaking weird, man.
que estúpidos. Like, seriously, why would someone do something like that?
They want to see the worst happen, I guess. I don't know.
That's where ethics comes into play.
Not even that. Just
Yeah.
be a good person. Don't be an asshole.
That's one.
Yeah, believe me, there are many people like that.
All I know is that now with the whole school districts closing, even where Lonnie goes, they've all like the Catholic schools, they've closed them down as well for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, until the end of the month.
At least until the
And
end.
whatever happens after, they're gonna have to make that decision on their
I think
own.
they're just putting a 2-week notice to kind of calm the parents down, but I think it'll be more than that.
Well, yeah, that's what medical professionals are saying, that if you are infected, if you do test positive, you're supposed to stay quarantined for 14 days. So that's why they're closing out the schools for 2 weeks. That's 14 days. So I think that's cool. Not cool. Sorry. That's smart. When it comes to like the superintendents of LAUSD and other corporations or companies that are letting the employees stay home when they come to face. Like right now, I was at Smart and Final, dude. Pinche gente, they have no shame, man. I swear, dude.
Oh God.
They really
What
don't.
happened?
Like,
What did you do at Smart and Final? Either way, what were you getting?
I'm not. No, I'm not gonna lie. We were right. They sell tacos right there on the corner.
Oh my God, dude. You weren't even there to get stopped.
No, you
We
did
went
not.
there to go eat tacos right now real quick, and we're like, you know what? Let's go see if they have water, because our landlord, he's gonna have a party, so he was asking if if we see water that.
That's just an excuse to get water.
No, he's
So
having
our landlord,
I'm having a
he's
party,
gonna have
y'all.
a party.
he's having a party. So, but anyways, we were there. So
It's
like,
not the corona.
I need to go to the restroom real quick. So I go to the restroom, and then I come out with my cart, and then all of a sudden I see people like pinches zombies. I'm like, what the hell is happening? And Jen's like, babe, like they have the water out. I'm like, okay. And so we're like, we get 2 because it says 2, limit 2. Hell no, dude. People getting 8, 10. I'm like, fudge, man.
People are ridiculous.
I'm like, what the hell?
Man.
You don't even drink that much water. Look how freaking pinche gordo.
Look how fat.
So everyone who's supposed to be drinking water, start drinking water now. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
They're gonna be the first ones to die from the epidemic. Y'all
Like,
can't.
all the people that act like that start freaking out. I'm like, in a real world case scenario, dude, I'm like, I can just see you. I'm like, you will be the first one to freaking die, because people.
You'd be the first one that aliens from War of the Worlds were shot, man.
It's because people don't know how to behave themselves in an orderly fashion, dude. They act like if it's the end of the world, and that's what I've been telling. That's what I was telling some of the the people that were there shopping. I'm like, people need to calm down. I'm like people are buying water like if it's the end of the world. I'm like, dude, we're in the U.S. I'm like, we don't need to be buying water bottles like this. Like, all we have to do is turn on the tap water. That's it.
Exactly.
I'm like, all that water is clean. I'm like, this is not like in some third world country where we have to go, hike
Boil
3
it.
miles. Yeah, or boil it. I'm like, we don't have to do that here.
That's literally what Mayor Garcetti said. He's like, there's no need to panic. There's no need to buy these large amounts of water and stuff, because our city water
It's
is
clean.
You can literally drink our water. Los Angeles has the cleanest water. There's no need for everyone to go panicking and say, "Oh my God, we need to buy water."
And that's what I was.
No,
the taquiza lady that was right there. She's like, she was like, yeah, no podemos comprar nada de agua. She's like, oh yeah, we can't. There's no water bottles, so we, I'm like, don't even worry about it. I'm like, just drink out of the sink. She's like, oh, sí, verdad, no estamos como en esos países. I'm like, your country.
Wow.
You're like, you're a
No,
country.
no,
My country, this one.
our country.
You're an asshole.
La tuya.
I'm just kidding.
I'm so pissed. So like, I'm a U.S. citizen.
I didn't say that. I'm just.
This is America.
I don't know where the song in the background.
America.
With
proud to be an American.
With the freaking Jets.
When the freaking eagle
has a mega hat. Oh my God.
No, man.
Still,
man, she didn't even have napkins. The taquiza lady.
Oh.
She had to buy like one of those, like the really cheap ones. Cause I'm like, oh, no tienes servilletas. She's like, no, I have to keep them back here behind my counter because there also people take them. She's like, and there's no napkins right now.
Ni eso.
Oh my
But dude,
God.
legit, even like like how everyone likes to buy like the good brand or like the good stuff.
Yeah.
Even all the crappy brands are gone. Like all the shelves are clear, dude.
It's ridiculous, dude. That's why so many people are putting it in, in awareness. It's like all you young people or young-ish or healthy-ish people should be more considerate of people who
Of your
actually
parents
need
or
this type of
grandparents.
food. Exactly. People who can't take care
Or
of
baby brothers
themselves.
or baby sisters.
People who don't have, anybody else they can depend on. People who are actually sick and can't have these, can't go outside because of these reasons. You should be considerate of that. It's not just about you. It's just ridiculous how people have actually started to react, and
It's dumb.
The most dangerous animal in the world is the man. Is mankind. We're so selfish.
I always go back to that.
That's
I always
what
go back to that quote from Agent Smith, man. You are a virus.
The virus.
I just always think of my dad where he's all like, human beings are the worst.
It's true, man.
And it's so freaking true, man. Look at it now.
Most dangerous game.
Have you guys
We would kill
have you guys gone to the store recently too? Or is,
I don't even want to go.
do you guys have anything big?
What do you mean
Yeah, like
anything?
do you guys have
in-
like toilet paper, water? Well, not
Well-
forget water.
Pita usually buys water and she gets water delivered.
Damn, Pita
We
bougie.
have...
Freaking Pita be getting Fiji water and smart water.
Dude, I literally have the 5-gallon jug right here next to me because after the episode I have to go get some water. So I'm the delivery man. Pita over here getting delivered. What the hell?
Yeah, like you know how they like
Amazon.
they offer that service?
Amazon delivery.
Amazon. No, I think it's one in Glendale.
The hell?
Yeah.
I don't.
Bougie.
Yes.
Just kidding. No, but yeah.
Lupita's
I
a rich
think that
snob.
does have- I believe Pita does have paper towels. And
We're here,
But that's
dying,
what I'm
and Lupita's literally getting it served on a silver platter. Here you go, ma'am.
Here you go, ma'am.
Thank you.
But she doesn't always get it. It depends, to be honest. It depends, to be honest.
I don't believe it.
Oh no, believe me, yeah. Sometimes she'll leave the sign outside and be like, "No delivery, thank you." They told her to leave a sign out saying like, "If you want to deliver, you can. If you don't,
really?
like that's cool. Just let us know."
Well, either way, man, I'm telling you, tap water. You don't need to. You don't need to buy water bottles and everything.
Exactly. But the only reason Pita buys water bottles is because usually she has it in the car so that the kids
Oh
can
yeah,
take,
yeah.
you know, to school and stuff like that. And then the water. Did somebody just go?
That was me.
I was like, what the heck? It sounded like.
Ew.
But yeah, that's mostly why she gets the water bottles. I'll just survive on tap water and ice.
See, that's me. I really don't care where the hell the water's from.
Like, just give some water.
Remember when we were kids and
Drink out of the hose.
yeah, drink out of the hose from the backyard.
Remember when Remember we used to put it in our mouth?
And see how much we can fill it up.
How gross.
We're
so dumb, man. Why did we not get sick? I don't know. God
Now
knows
we're
why.
immune.
We don't have weak immune
Exactly.
systems.
Maybe that played a big part, man. Inside.
Maybe, huh?
I don't know, man. Well, hopefully.
But you know, it's just
I know,
everything.
man. It's just crazy. Like yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. We just went. It was it was yesterday. I'm sorry. We had gone to a Smart and Final, and dude, it was all. And I'm sorry, not Smart and Final. God, my mind is all over the place.
Ralph's.
We went to Trader Joe's.
Pavilion?
We went to Trader Joe's here nearby. Dude, it was empty. It was completely empty.
Which Trader Joe's did you go to?
And Trader Joe's is small,
Hollywood and
dude.
Vine?
The one on Vine,
Is it Hollywood and Vine?
Sunset and Vine.
Oh no, it's not. It's not Hollywood. Sorry, that's a little bit too farther. But yes, I know.
Dude,
what
that's
you're talking
the-
Where all the
Christmas.
bums hang out.
We're all that
The
Yeah.
Jamaican guy.
all the Jamaican.
The Jamaican, there you go.
But you know what? That's a that whole
Buy a
area is
load of
tourist spot,
marijuana.
so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
if all
Moises,
these
why the
people
hell would you
stay-
would you go there, dude?
Because it's theorist one.
Oh,
Oh my god!
Big serious.
It's
Dude,
'cause
Pavilions was empty.
all the Hispanics are in there.
It's all gone, dude.
Todas hermanitas.
No,
Dude, we see everyone we know
dude,
there.
not only that.
It's like
I had a friend of
ridiculous.
mine who went I would say about around 6 o'clock. He went to the store and he posted on Facebook. He was like, "Man, I just barely got in and someone just told me there's nothing." He just walked in and they said there's nothing here, like it's all gone. And when
it's all gone.
he stepped further inside and it was nothing, like if the store had completely closed.
But you know what's funny?
Oh my
All
God.
like the center shelves and aisles, they're all gone. But all the vegetables and stuff, they're all there.
Dude, I know. Like y'all need some vegetables and fruit.
Have you
Stay
seen that
healthy.
meme where it says like Like, I can't believe we still have standards where like everyone, got like the pizza crust and everything, but they still won't eat the freaking vegan crap of like cauliflower pizza crust.
Even when you're dying, you're not gonna eat that vegan
I would
stuff.
rather eat an ass cheek than eat something vegan.
Some guy freaking he posted it and he was like, "I'm glad we still have these standards."
Well, I've had to break those standards because for Lent, that's what I gave up.
What?
Oh,
I gave up all kinds of meat.
Boo.
So I've been eating vegetarian mostly.
Ay, mételo. Perdón.
Oh my
Perdón.
god.
Now you're gonna start preaching on how they
That's
kill
too
animals now.
Mhm.
No, dude.
gonna
Well,
go on those
I broke
marches?
my fast today because I ate the tacos. I ate buche tacos. Ooh, so good.
You ate
Buche?
what?
Booty tacos.
Buche tacos.
I heard booty tacos. I was
Becky.
like, why do you want
Becky,
Taco
Becky,
Bell?
he ate bougie tacos.
Oh, bougie
gold-
tacos. Sorry. Did
Those
you go to Beverly Hills?
those gold covered taco shells.
Buche.
Dude,
Not booty tacos. Turkey ass.
that's straight up what I heard, dude. Yeah, now we can be like, yeah, well, so your mouth smell like ass.
He ate some of those booty tacos.
Becky, you hear what you want.
I'm just kidding. You're right. We're gonna be like Queen Latifah and trying to get some booty up in here. I know, but yeah, I wonder how it is in Beverly Hills, though. To be honest, because I haven't heard.
They're probably just chilling.
Everything's probably getting delivered.
Uh-huh.
They're probably not even home, dude. They're probably in
their
Barbados
bunkers
or something.
They're probably
They're probably in their bunkers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Them weed 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Some bunkers in the
Oh
middle
my
of
God.
nowhere in
Mhm.
Tibet.
In Tibet.
What the hell?
Isn't that where they had the bunkers?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
2012?
Yeah, the movie 2012.
Dude, I have not watched that movie in so long. I think I only watched it once.
Yeah,
in
I
my
think we all
life.
watched it together. And that was the last time we did.
2012.
Yeah, 2012. Because it came out 2012, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, it should have.
Remember when supposedly the world was going to end 2012?
Some
With
stupid,
the whole Mayan calendar?
That was another
some
chaotic thing,
stupid
too.
The
guy.
whole Mayan calendar?
Some stupid guy in the mountain was like, "It's gonna end."
The whole Mayan calendar. My dad was like, estas porquerías que son. Freaking 2012 Mayan calendar.
And it's funny how the guy who was preaching was homeless.
Oh my god. No, it was not.
It was one of them.
Ooh.
It was a
It was
homeless
one
guy?
of them. One of many.
Oh my god. One of many.
Who ended up on this?
Where's Josué?
Oh no, man.
Monday,
What?
He's right here, dude.
What?
I'm listening, dude.
He got the corona.
Josué! He went to go get water, that's why.
Dude, I was just checking my email right now from AMC, and they're saying that whenever tickets sell
50%.
50% of the venue is. What the hell was that?
Vic, you
What?
It just sounded. Yeah, Beck, are you okay?
Yes, why?
Because it sounded like.
Oh, it must have been when I put my phone down
There
on
you
my
go.
cheek by an accident.
Well, it's saying whenever the tickets sales reach 50% of the theater capacity, that's when they're capping it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Well,
I
what
saw
now?
the email too.
So when 50% of the seats are sold for any theater
That's it.
at AMC,
Uh-huh.
they're not selling anymore to give people the space to be able to
Oh.
sit far away from each other.
I will do.
That's good.
I'm gonna sit all the way in the front.
Dude, but people be tripping, man. They also, I was seeing online that there's people are selling water, like the cases of water for like $50. Man.
I
What
saw
the hell?
that too. They're reselling it.
You know that you can report those people.
Yeah. But they're not going to because they
I'm
need
gonna
it,
report them right now.
supposedly.
No, that's called price gouging, Moy. That's illegal.
Not, I know it's illegal, but people are not going to do it.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Who the hell? Never mind. There's people that are gonna buy everything.
Who the hell pays $50
People
for
will
a case of water?
in this period of time.
People are dumbasses if they do. Y'all dumb if y'all do that. I got a PSA. Oh my gosh. People can't be that dumb. Come on now.
You'd be surprised.
Well,
I know. I don't even think we're like surprised anymore. We just like expect it.
well, hopefully our discussion has answered the question that Evelyn has posted. So as you can imagine,
I think so.
Her and many others can imagine, why it took so long and why we're not on lockdown. But as you know, we have a good procedure over here. So
everyone just needs to be cautious, be safe, be healthy, do what you gotta do. Don't be panicking about nothing. Just
wash
stop.
your hands. That's for sure. Wash your hands. Stay at home. You don't need to.
If you're sick, stay home. Don't be going anywhere. I swear to God.
Freaking people are over here saying that, like it was mentioning that she thinks that the coronavirus might be related to the elections.
No, I wasn't saying I believed in that. I was saying that people do believe that it has something
like a
to
coincidence?
do with it. Yeah, like people are like, oh my God, like I really hope that this affects Trump's re-election. I'm like, y'all just need to chill.
Verging into politics. That's something that pisses me off. Like, why does everything have to revolve around him?
Mm-hmm. And
like,
him
seriously.
and only him.
Because nobody likes him. Hence the reason why everyone always does that. Like you said, whether it's Trump or not, he's always going to get blamed.
But the problem is when we say stuff, when you or we say, oh, it's because no one likes him. That's not the truth. Just like look at the whole thing with Joe Biden and Bernie and
I'm just giving you more of a general thing because
I know, but I'm saying look at with the whole Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders. Honestly, if you are like a social media junkie and you're on Twitter and you're on like Facebook, the majority of the stuff that you see is like, yeah, go Bernie. Bernie's gonna win. Bernie is gonna lose.
He is. He's gonna lose.
He's gonna lose a nomination because at the end of the day, like Don always says, the world is much larger than just the stuff that you see on your phone. And that's what people don't realize.
They're just fabricating it, and they're telling us, "Oh, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen." When it actually is not.
It's not. Or like how polls like they're not reliable anymore. Because at the end of the day, people, when you receive polls or stuff, from the people that go from corner to corner, house to house, they can say, oh, can you just list us, is an anonymous poll, can you just tell us who you're going to vote for? They're not going to say, oh, I'm going to vote for the guy that's, that doesn't even know that he's running for president.
He thinks he's running for the state senate.
State senator.
Or the state senate. I'm Joe Biden, I'm running for the United States Senate.
Now listen here, Grandpappy. all those freaking stupid memes that people said.
Grandpappy.
So, going into like the whole politics thing, what are your insights
or predictions?
Bernie Sanders.
Trump is gonna win.
And predictions.
Trump is gonna win.
Just right there. Just
okay.
Right.
Well, besides that, what are your insights and opinions on Bernie
Trump
Sanders?
is gonna win. No, I'm kidding.
No. Besides him, I just want to know what are your insights on these people individually.
What are your views or your opinions? I think that's what you mean, right?
I know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to mess with you. I'm just trolling you.
Really?
Because Trump's gonna win.
Of course you are. Trump.
Trumpies.
No, now that you say Trump and we're speaking on Trump, tell me why we were at Pizza Res and this guy was sitting there like with his 3 kids. They were all white, not to be racist or anything.
But Asian people.
But they all had a Trump hat. And I'm sorry, for my language, but the hat literally said Trump. elect that motherfucker again. And I was like, dude, like
Like
are
the
you
kids were wearing that
kidding me?
too.
How are you gonna have your kids wear something like that?
The kids were wearing
Like,
that too.
Why? Yeah.
Yeah, you see stuff like that. It's like, come on, man.
And like everyone, like I mean, the place was not crowded. There were a couple of people here and there, but everyone just looked at them like, dude, like, are you kidding me?
That's like with the whole like with people who are like pro gun,
Mm-hmm.
and the people who have like their concealed carries, they can carry the weapons concealed, because they have a permit for that.
Yeah.
And they've gone through the training and background checks and everything. But that's one thing. Something different is like those assholes that come in with like straight up the AR-15s, like strapped around their back to like a Denny's. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? So you see, like people like that, they're not there just to show the support. No, they're there to cause a scene.
Mm-hmm.
They're there to get attention. Like who the hell goes to a freaking 50s
dude.
diner with their freaking shotgun strapped on their back? Like, come on now.
They know that they're gonna get people's opinions shouted at them. That's why they're doing it.
Yeah,
They're getting clout.
I said, why are you gonna be a Denny's?
Why couldn't it be a Millie's?
I want some
Why
chicken
couldn't it be a
tenders.
Norm's?
Oh. Yeah. I have.
Stupid, man.
No, but it's like it was ridiculous, and it's kind I respect the fact that you have somebody, but don't be, what's the word, flaunting it like it's some type of like treasure or something. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's like, you vote for who you want to vote, but don't be doing that because you know how people are going to react. So why put yourself through that?
because they're there to make a
A
statement.
political statement.
Yeah, they're there. They're there to make a statement. Yeah, a political one at that.
Yeah, and the guy was literally looking at everyone like they were enemies.
Exactly.
Like,
See,
dude, like,
they're
what do you
going
want?
there
Like,
to
Boil them up.
for a confrontation. Yeah. And it's the same thing for people who wear like a Bernie Sanders and Bernie Sanders and they're all up in other people's faces.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? Like, I don't care if you're left, right, centrist, Democrat, Republican. You don't have to, shove your opinions down other people's throats, man.
I don't care if you're left, right, up, down, all around. I don't care. Just stick to your own thing.
But see, that's what the problem is. People are, no matter what, are just gonna do it.
Yeah, but all we can do is just walk away.
Just don't acknowledge them. That's it.
That's
Just
what
look at them,
we're
be like, oh
geez.
god, and just keep looking straight.
I'm about to freaking put myself a shirt with myself, unicorn, and just be like, go for that.
2020.
Bex 2020.
Go for gayness. Not no more. More like 2021.
2024.
2020, why did you say Becky?
Oh yeah, there you go. 2024.
Double digits.
Oh my god. But anyways.
And I said double digits.
Huh? I know. Well, hopefully we were able to answer most of the things that people are wondering or, even have questions about, but they haven't said anything. So, Jose, did you want to add anything or no?
Yeah, man, just be smart with this whole like coronavirus. Just be smart. People need to just be smart and relax. Take a deep breath before you go outside.
And don't breathe until you get back home.
Dude, Jen told me that when she went to the store earlier, and she was there waiting in line for like an hour and a half, dude, just to pay for a couple of stuff. She said that while everyone was buying, like, bulking up on waters, she's like, tell me why there's that, like, a straight up rancho guy with his hat and his boots putting a whole bunch of Coronas and Modelos in his cart and running towards the checkout line.
Oh gosh.
I'm like, yep, that sounds about.
Why would that be me? The cure to
Be Corona with Corona.
That's so funny, dude. I know people were like, I mean, it's alcohol, so I'm gonna shower.
Really?
God, Becky.
So funny. Oh my god, people are so dumb, man. I be seeing all the craziest things.
Stupid, man.
Ugh.
Yeah, but this whole coronavirus, it really has gone out of hand.
It's gone out of control.
That for sure. From
But you want to
from
know? Want to know one of the biggest things is one of the biggest flaws is the fact that people are getting information left and right. There's like no time to actually inform people because people are asking constantly, and even when we tell them something, they're like, "I need something more updated." And it's like,
this
dude,
is all we have.
Exactly. So I don't know what more.
Like the whole,
to tell
it's
you.
true. Like when the whole, like, ma'am or sir, when I know, you'll know.
Like, believe me. And that's basically all I've been saying. Like, all the information I've received is this. Anything further, like, you would have to contact them directly. I haven't been told anything. I wasn't made aware of anything else.
Same here.
This is all I know.
Pretty much it's the same protocol.
Ugh.
But
Exactly. But listen, ma'am, just open up a case of Corona.
Just drink it.
That's it.
You'll be fine.
Just drink it.
we'll just
You're
We'll
not
just
gonna die.
follow what Joe Biden said in his famous words. Don't forget to play the radio. Make sure make sure you have the record player on at night.
What?
What the hell?
To stay informed.
Why the hell would we have a
That's
record
exactly what he
player?
said in one of his campaign talks.
What the?
No
I'm
way.
thinking he said, play the radio.
What?
Make sure make sure you have the record player on at night.
The record
Pinche
player?
Uncle Joe, dude.
Grandpa Joe.
Yes, he's not Uncle Joe anymore. He's Grandpa
He's great
Joe.
grandpa.
Why is he talking like we in the 50s?
That's how he talks, though.
Like, next thing you know, he's been like, make sure you
Make sure you
what is
send a
that called?
telegram.
The Morse code. Make sure you what?
Well, my name's Joe Biden.
Make sure
If you don't
you
like
use
me,
Morse
vote for the other Biden. I'm running for the U.S. State Senator. What the fuck?
In the air.
Like, did you guys
Like,
did you guys see that one where he was talking about like his hairy legs and cockroaches?
what? Is he okay?
Like, this was like what, like a month ago? Maybe more than
It's
a month
about
ago.
a month and a half
Well,
ago.
What was he talking about? His hair?
we'll put it up online. But yeah, that was weird.
What up?
Like there's like the meme that I sent you on Tonamoy, where it has Joe Biden's picture, and the quote is, "If you're paddling upstream in a canoe and a wheel falls off, how many pancakes fit in the doghouse? None, because ice cream doesn't have bones."
It's like, what the fuck?
Dude, none of that
Exactly.
makes sense.
That's how he's talking right now, dude.
What do you think though? What
Okay.
happened? ¿Qué le pasó?
Like, I don't want someone said, like, we're not medical professionals, but dude, that is kind of sketchy, man. Like that he gets like that, and he talks like that. Like, it kind of makes you worry. Like, are you okay? Like seriously, not trying to be messed up or not trying to be misleading, but like, is he okay mentally?
Like, are you there or are you not there? Because to be honest, from what you're saying, it's not making
Yeah.
any sense. So.
Like, there's multiple times when he just has like these Freudian slips, or he just completely misses the mark, and you're like, what? Or like the one where he was talking in a recent rally, and he said something, and then you can see that the lady in the back, she was like, oh, like, what? Like, she made one of those faces, like, uh-oh, he messed up again.
Do you think maybe there is something and they don't want to say anything to affect, his
Election results?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Look what happened in 2016 with the whole Bernie Sanders versus Hillary. Bernie Sanders was gonna get that nomination, dude.
Pretty much.
He was legit gonna get that nomination, but no, it was pretty much given to Hillary.
Why was it given to her again?
What do you mean?
Yeah, because you said, look what happened in
Yeah.
2016. I'm like, okay, well, what happened? Like, what? Did something happen to him too?
No, but like the whole, like all those clips of her, like, oh, Hillary's health is failing, and with her whole emails and the whole incident in Benghazi, like, all that came up to bite her in the ass, man.
It's good.
Not only that, but like all
That
those
is
little
true.
things that she would say, like do you guys sometimes watch that show, The Breakfast Club?
Sometimes.
Like when she
No.
was there, it's that Charlemagne the God was interviewing her, And then like one of the questions that he asked her was, what's one thing that you keep
Something that
in
you
your
always
purse?
carry with you.
And she was like,
Hot
hot
sauce.
sauce. And they were like, the fuck, whoa, really, hot sauce? And then, he put her in a spot like, many people would say that you're just pandering to the black community. And she's like, well,
is it working?
Laughing off. We're like, bitch, you're caught. Like, we know that you're just doing this pander to people. You get me?
And it's exactly the same thing that Bernie was doing with all the marijuana stuff.
Wouldn't that have been Hispanics though, not black
exactly
people? Like,
tactic.
No, because black people like spicy stuff just like Hispanics.
It was exactly the same tactic that.
That's true.
Just stereotypical things like that. You get me?
At least it's in watermelon.
Which is nothing.
Yeah.
Which is nothing bad, because hey, hell, I like spicy food. I like spicy sauce. There's nothing bad about making observations like that. But the way that she did it, we're like, damn well you lying. You get me? You don't keep no damn hot sauce in your purse. Come on now.
She's gonna.
Yeah. Like it would have been worse if they would have actually emptied out her purse.
Or like her Snapchat videos.
I'm just chilling.
Like the
Cedar Rapids.
That one, I hate that one. That one is so cringy.
I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids.
She just has a beer.
It's like a vitamin water or something.
Or something, yeah, something like that. She's like, I'm chilling in Cedar Rapids.
But the way she double taps the phone, you literally hear. I'm just chilling.
I'm chilling.
In Cedar Rapids.
I'm just chilling
In Cedar Rapids. Or the same thing with pinche esta, ¿cómo le llaman? Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren. When she's doing the live stream, she's like, I'm gonna go get myself.
And then she goes, opens it. Thank you, honey.
And then it's like, honey, do you want a beer? No.
Okay, well, I'll have one.
It's like, okay, like, why are you telling us this? But it's like what a lot of people were saying on Twitter. I feel like it's just something they do to make it seem like they're
normal,
like us.
Like freaking Mark
Zuckerberg
in those congressional hearings, looking like a damn alien,
drinking water with his hand all opened up and shit.
No, like I like the supercuts when they're like. Look.
Yeah, you can see. They make him seem like he's a clone or a robot or something.
Like he's a clone, or like the music.
Ew! I cannot.
And see that's the difference. Like they tried so hard to seem like the common folk, and people can see past that bullshit. You get me? Same thing with what's his name, Mayor Pete
Buttigieg. Peanut butter.
Mr. Pete
like that.
Ew.
Was it peanut
butter
jelly?
Yeah, like he was in an interview with two black artists, I think, and like he's over there drinking a 40-ounce from what do you call it, a paper bag. I'm like, dude, you don't have to do this. What the hell, dude? Like making himself seem like he's from the hood. Like, dude, you're the whitest
you're the
dude
whitest
ever.
Motherfucker out there.
You get me? Like simple stuff like that. Like, why would you do something so? That can definitely come off as offensive. You get me? Okay, like what the fuck? Just because it's two black dudes, like you think all black dudes drink 40s from paper bags? Like, come on now.
I'm like, he's gonna be like, I'm gonna drink a 40. Because he's
why you gotta say 40 like that though?
He's a white dude.
40.
It's little stuff like that people that I feel like people slowly they're starting to see like, okay, they're not genuine. They're just pandering to us now, and they don't give a shit about any of us.
They're doing it for their own interest, for their own vote.
They're just doing it to gain your vote.
Exactly. Yeah. And then freaking Bernie Sanders with
That's
this whole
all
thing.
it is,
We're legalizing marijuana on a national size.
No, yeah, no, not only that, but he followed it with a whole comment of, so that black and Hispanic business owners can rise. Like, what the fuck, dude? It's not just black and Hispanic people that smoke weed.
There's white ass dudes in
That's
these
what
industries.
That's what I'm saying. Like little shit like that can come off as, you know, super offensive. To me, I don't give a shit. You get me? Because they're not telling me to my face. And even if they did, I wouldn't care. And I'm pretty sure none of us would, because, you know, I would like to believe that we have thicker skin than most. You get me? But still, it's little things like that. You're like, why would you say something like that? Like, seriously?
That's just
Like you don't have why do you have to inject race into everything or sex or gender?
Because that's how society has been now. Like, everything has to be about race.
Obama did it.
Everything. Oh my God, he's just putting it out there.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks a lot, Obamas.
Remember the Amelie song, but it was Obama.
Obama.
Oh my God, I freaking hate that. Freaking heard that.
The mariachi one. Viva Obama, viva Obama.
And that was for his freaking campaign, dude.
For Latinos for Obama, remember?
Viva Obama.
Está con plan de salud.
Sí se puede.
Vamos America.
Shut up, Becky.
Oh my God. Remember Moises?
Freaking, there's a meme right now that I'm saying, like, when you forsook going to legalize marijuana, but just haven't gone to it yet. His face is all fucked up.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
It's because there's just a lot of stuff, you know, and it's kind of like you either tell us the truth or you don't tell us the truth. All we can do is vote for whoever.
Yeah, at the end of the day, people are gonna do their own thing.
Yeah, we gotta hope for the best, to be honest.
And not only that, but people, again, linking it to like this whole coronavirus thing. Shit is not as bad as people say it.
Pretty much.
It's not.
Plain and simple.
It's really is not. And in any area of your life, you get me? Shit is not as bad as you think it is.
That's what I just read to
What
you.
the heck is this, Moy? When you're for sure going to legalize marijuana, but just haven't gotten
crying.
it yet? Why he look like that though?
Because he's high, probably too.
Dude, why does it look like that one alien that comes out in freaking Monsters Inc? You know, the one that gets sucked up? Do you know which one I'm talking about? Oh my God, I need to show you which one. That
Send it so we can put it,
like
see it so we can put it on, so our viewers can watch it.
I will.
By the way, thank you guys for the 20 subscribers.
Oh yeah, we just reached 20 subscribers. It's not much,
Oh,
but
yeah.
to us it means a
You
lot.
20 mofos out. Yeah, you 20 mofos out there,
20 mofos.
crazy enough to listen to us.
Thank you for
Thank
your
you very
patience.
much.
We really
We
do
truly
appreciate
appreciate
it.
it.
And we're about to reach we're already halfway there to getting to 2,000 views as well.
2,000 views on our channel.
Yeah, so thank you everyone. Pop the bottle.
You need to put the crab rate. Make sure you put that one, Moy, crab rate.
Which
You'll
one?
see.
How does it go again? Let's go again. Sorry.
It already sounds
With the
funny.
feature crabs. It's a bunch of lobsters just dancing.
What the heck are y'all watching, dude? You this was the weirdest stuff.
Yeah, so thank you guys. Seriously, thank you guys for those 20 subscribers on YouTube, to our 18 listeners on our podcasts, and to the 32 followers on Instagram. Hey, it's not much,
means
but
a
thank
lot
you guys
to
very
us.
much.
Yes,
Any
pretty
type
much.
of support
And
is always
we'll
appreciated.
pretty much
Listen to ours.
18 listeners the way you said it.
Hey, there's actually like a couple people listening in the Philippines. So, Moy, do you know
I don't
something in
know.
the Philippines?
Just know that they have a good some good what's it called just have a good interpreter.
Oh,
We'll put
my
something.
God.
And to
Yeah.
the I think maybe like the one person in Denmark that's listening to us, thank you.
In Denmark.
In
Yeah, remember I
Denmark?
told you that there was
I
listeners in
am
Denmark?
Mickey Mouse.
How dare he?
I got the sniffles.
Oh, I got the sniffles.
That's stress. Oh no, wait, that's Austria. My bad.
Wow.
Check the messages. Hold on.
Oh man. No, but we really appreciate it.
Austria's gonna kill you.
Yeah, they're gonna come and declare war on us. Well, not on us, on me.
Yeah, but dude, honestly, when I saw how many views we had gotten on like our last videos, I'm like, hey, people are actually tuning in and listening to us.
Yeah, it's like that one video that Moises put on Twitter. What did it get? Like more than 400 views. Yeah, that's a really good job. So you guys did a really good thing there.
Well, it's good. It's good. Little by little, we're starting to grow.
Yes.
I know.
First, it went from 5.
So we appreciate all the support. Oh my god!
And the first 5 subscribers were us.
Ourselves.
Plus Michael.
Plus Mike White.
Oh, you're right.
Thanks,
So
Michael.
I think we need to be saying thanks to our family.
No, but seriously though, everything. No, but seriously though.
Gracias a la familia Garcia.
It's all thanks to the viewers, really, on how much we were able to get. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All I'm thinking of right now is the video y'all said about the
You'll see.
monsters.
You'll see in the.
I don't know why, and the song just sounds funny. Pom, 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 pom.
You'll see the video. I'm sure
Oh my
Moises will post it.
Oh my god, I need to watch it because y'all haven't shown me.
So I think that's a good way to wrap up the
I would
episode,
say
guys.
so. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Where's
No,
you at?
I'm right here.
The tunnel.
My dad.
The corona's got him. Don't look to the tunnel.
I'm right here. What are you talking about?
What the heck are you doing? What
What are you
you
talking
sound so
about?
far away?
This is the one we're gonna visit.
You sound echoey.
That's the one.
Moises gonna put 2K. Why does it
the
sound so
loudness?
funny though?
On our title, we should put 20
Yay.
subscribers special.
We're gonna be.
That's what we're gonna put that 20.
We're gonna be the only ones doing that ever.
20 subscribers special. Be like, shout out to our
Well,
viewers.
pretty much a quick shout out to Evelyn as well for giving us that question as well.
Thank you, Evelyn. Crab Rave.
Why is the music so
Well, we're gonna
plain
call
though?
it. We're gonna pretty much end it right there, and we'll catch you guys up on next time, right? All right, my dudes.
Yes, we will.
Have a good evening. Have a good night. Have a good morning wherever you guys are, and we'll stay safe. Keep up
Stay
with the
safe.
hygiene.
Wash your hands. Sneeze, cough on
And
your elbow.
And yes, no, 2 meters apart.
6 feet apart.
And
I'm just
stay
kidding.
informed. That's all you guys gotta do. All
Don't
right, y'all.
panic.
Don't panic, but if you have to panic, panic.
Panic as much as you guys want, but we'll be calling it a night. Take care, y'all. Take care.
All right, y'all.
Adios.
Have a good night.
Well, that's a wrap for another episode on The 5. Don't forget to click and subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring that notification bell so you can be notified for any new content.